y'all, what's up? It's your girl Neda, your fave spiritual speaker, coming at you with some knowledge sprinkled with some love. As you know, on this page, we do a plethora of things as we're building this platform. But one of the main things we do is using divinations affirmations to be able to generate a well balanced well being, right? And it's using tarot, it's using dice, it's using the things around us alongside somatic coping skills to be able to develop a good overall health, well being, especially the mental and behavioral well being. Okay? So, today, what we're going to talk about is I want to kind of look at what's happening around finances for 2026 for the collective, just what's going on, where we are, where we're feeling we're at, where we're going, um, and maybe just some ways for us to like deal with our coping skills, deal with what's happening, and getting our minds together. Okay, so I guess I'll start with the your feelings. Well, actually, I'm gonna go into my my prayer. But before I do that, guys, I want you guys to remember that there's so much is happening out in the world right now. I am in Virginia, so there's hella snow. It is cold as hell. So just remember to bundle up, buckle up, make sure you get your tires straight, make sure you have water, make sure you're doing everything you need to survive. If this has not hit you yet, or if it's coming, or if it hit you. Okay. All right. I call in my higher being and spirit team to deliver the most clear and precise message for the greatest good of the collective. Ask that you use me as a vessel to allow the collective to receive the message that they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Protect me across all timelines and dimensions, and let all negative, demonic, or ill intent energy be transmuted into love, peace, power, blessings. If it cannot be transmuted, I ask that it be returned to sender 10,000 fold. Divine truth flows in perfect alignment here. Ashe. I'm getting it, y'all. I'm getting it. Okay. So we're going to pull two cards for current financial status in, let's say, um ending 2026, by 2026, ending 2026, December 2026, where the financial mindset will be. All right, financial mindset of end of 2026 of the collective. What will be the feelings, emotions, thoughts of them? Oh Lord, my little thing broke, y'all. Don't judge me. What else? Okay, because I'm like, what the hell going on? Okay, okay, okay. So right now, what I'm getting is you're in a space of trying to be creative. You're in a space of trying to make your dreams happen, right? And you may not be living in a dream space, 333 on the clock right now. You may not be living in your dream spot, but you're almost there. You're climbing the ladder. You're getting to a place, right? Let me see. Creativity and dreams, yeah. And maybe you're trying to find a way to become creative. Maybe you're finding things to kind of get yourself together, you know? Oh, let me go ahead and ring the bell for the ancestors, angels, and archangels to come and join us. Yeah, something I'm adding, guys. Hopefully you like it. If you don't, you can add in comment. Let me know. Um, and this is, I guess I'm gonna say, this is towards middle, and this is the end. So you are no longer overwhelmed. You're at peace in your financial standpoint. You know, you may end up doing something that's needed for your financial standpoint, guys. And don't be scared to, no matter what it is. They do it all the time. And you know who they is. But, you know, maybe you're at peace because you're no longer, the overwhelmed card is in reverse, followed by at peace. So you're in a space where you no longer deal with those situations financially. You may be, you know, you might have your budget together now by mid 2026. You may have gotten a schedule together. You may have manifested away, maybe more money, picked up a second job, or you got a bonus, or maybe an increase on your check. Um, you're at peace with your money standpoint, right? Um, yeah. You're relieved because you're fulfilling your wishes. You're fulfilling your wishes. And when it first came out, it was sideways. And that's what it told me to go to. You, by the end of 2026, you're going to be fulfilling a lot of your wishes. And you're going to be relieved by it. You see how both of them, that's the sun and the star? That's beautiful. And they're both shining bright. They're both up above something, glistening. You're going to be in a better standpoint by the end of 2026. You're going to be relieved. You might have a financial release, you know, a physical release, a mental release. Some type of blockage is going to be released so you can fulfill your wishes. So you can fulfill your wishes. Let me pull out tarot to kind of clarify. It's so crazy because a lot of other tarot readers, the way that they start with tarot and then clarify with everything else. But I just been having this thing of doing this, starting with the emotion that you feel and then clarifying with the tarot. Maybe I'll switch it up one day. But I just feel like that's the best way to start. To clarify with the tarot, that it can add more to the story. Clarify. One more card here with creativity and dreams in reverse. What about overwhelmed in reverse and that piece upright? Give me 2 cards. Give me 2 cards. Let me pick that one up so it doesn't get confused. Give me one more card for overwhelmed. Oh wow, strength. Strength. Yeah. Strength on the side. That came out. Let me go ahead and move towards relieved and wish fulfillment. Give me 2 cards for that. Spirit, give me a call for relieved and wish fulfillments. I'm gonna put I can't do nothing about that. When it lands on perfectly like that on another card, that's just meant to be there. Okay, relieved. Wishes fulfilled. What are you saying? Clarify that for me. Do you want to give me one more card, possibly? All right. They speaking today. All right. Yeah. 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 You're being more logical. You probably are sitting yourself in reality. You're probably getting out of this dreamy state or this lucid. What I'm getting from this is like you're getting out a spot where maybe you were on autopilot and you weren't really being, you know, creative. You weren't really being your true authentic self in creating, because I like create because it goes so many ways. When you create, when you procreate, and you're a creature, right? Like it all has the first 4 letters. And so I think it's extremely important that we all know that they all coincide together. You create when you procreate, and you are a creation, you know? So I think it's really important that we take in, yeah, it says temporary riches, searching for riches, temporary success, searching for riches. Yeah, where you were just in a spot where you were on autopilot, and then you got where you wanted. Okay, cool, it's here, and then you just kept coasting. And that's not what Spirit wanted for you. It's not what Spirit wants for you, right? You have the 2 of Cups in reverse, followed by lack of courage. I mean, the 3 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, followed by strength and temperance. Yeah, guys, there was a lot of imbalance. You were in a space of understanding you were imbalanced in what was happening with you and your financial state. The 2 of Cups, you and your financial state was going through a space where you were trying to figure out what was happening, what was going on, and you're no longer in this space. You're no longer feeling overwhelmed because it landed directly over um the reversed overwhelmed. Followed by the Knight of Pentacles. You know, there was a lack of courage to be able to do things, to be able to actually take a step forward. It says obsession with work. You probably got so caught up in understanding work, you're no longer in that space anymore. You're more at peace. You are figuring out like it's time to just take a leap for faith and figure out what's right for you and what that looks like for you, what life could really look like for you. Followed by the strength. You know, you don't know your own strength until it's tested. You are figuring out, and this is on the upright, you're figuring out that you're strong as hell. You're figuring out your strengths. You're looking at your good, your bad, your evil, and that's a powerful motherfucker. When a person wants to understand themselves in and out, to not only better themselves but work out what's happening in the world, that's a powerful motherfucker. Someone who comes into a space and they just want to be undeniably themselves. And you have to go through that, right? And for a minute, the Temperance is in reverse. There's been some conflicts along the way, right? Get into a peaceful spot with your financial situation. It's been some bumpy roads by the middle of the year, but you will end up at peace. And then towards the end of the year, yeah, you move in common waters for you, Lord Jesus. Yeah, it was this way. You're moving to common waters. You're moving to common waters. You're gonna have success, freedom, revelations. You're gonna have, you're gonna be wise about your investments. You're gonna be in a better spot financially. You're gonna understand your finances. You're gonna understand the importance of financial freedom. You're gonna be in a space where it is going to work out more than you thought because you followed your heart and it led you to freedom and you trusted yourself. Trustworthy's out here, you know? Yay, that's so cool. All right. Yeah, guys, I've been forgetting to add some music on here. I'm gonna go straight into the self-awareness cards. And then I am going to follow up with some somatic coping skills so we could talk about ways to start manifesting a better financial space. Okay? So, what are some things the collective has to be aware of right now that is going to help them financially? What do they need to be aware of right now that's going to help them financially? What do they need to be aware of right now that's going to help them financially? What do they need to be aware of right now that's going to help them financially? So the first thing that came out was, what can I do to make a difference? What are you doing differently in your finances? Are you budgeting, right? You're trying to figure out what to do, right? This is how you're going to make a difference in your life, right? It's big or small. You have to figure out what is. And right here it says, where can you create purpose out of your pain? Right, like knowing your budget, right? Figuring out, maybe investing, maybe getting a second job. Like maybe you're in a spot of thinking, what's next? How can I how can I make a difference? In what ways will I make a difference and how can I do this? And it's followed by, what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? Right? You're in a space of recognizing that maybe in order for you to develop what you need to develop, you may not be in a space to be in a relationship. Or maybe you have to create a better or stronger boundaries in your relationships. And in or any ship, right? Because it doesn't have to just be a ship you're relating to. It could be a kinship, a partnership, a friendship, or a relationship. But what I will say is, whatever ship you board, there's an unwritten contract, okay, that says if you steer more this way, I'm going to fall off. And if you steer more this way, you going to fall off. So we have to find a middle ground of balance that's going to help us both in the long run, right? But I think a lot of the times individuals make stuff like that hard because we're so set on getting what we want without recognizing that there's an equal give and take in any space you're in. Work, life, balance, family, friends. So yeah, by middle of 2026, what does the collective need to be self-aware on? That's not even supposed to be in here. It says, child, this is not even supposed to be here, and it's instructions in reverse. What I'm getting from that is, don't follow what the masses do. Don't follow what the masses do. Don't follow what you've been told in multiple ways. Do something different for yourself. You want to clarify with something else, Spirit? You want to clarify that with another card? Spirit said, I said what the hell I said. Period. Period. Periente. Okay. And then by ending 2026, what is something that the collective needs to be aware of? By the ending of 2026, what is something else the collective needs to be aware of by the end of 2026? What does the collective need to be aware of by the end of 2026? And they said in another thing. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Yeah, like you have to take it where like wherever you're lacking in life, wherever you're 16:35 on the clock. I don't know what that means, but y'all should look it up and tell me, put it in the comments. But it should be a space where you have fun in all that you do. Like, again, be different. Don't follow the mass. Like, be creative. You're starting to be creative. You're letting loose on your creativity. Don't follow the masses. Don't be like everybody else. Even for myself, like, I'm new to this shit. I've been watching tarot for the longest time. And to be quite honest with you, I wanted to do tarot even when I was younger, but I just couldn't get into the instance of understanding the cards so much. And then I started getting into it, and I started seeing, I was like, okay, I see what this is. And then I learned more about like divination. Okay, so there's different layers to this thing. So bloop bloop bloop. Now your girl's trying to research, figure out the different layers. You got the throwing of the bones, where things fall out the sky for you, and the spirits want you to pick it up. You got the using playing cards, not even just these, but the actual like spade playing cards, the decks, dice. I mean, people use all types of things to be able to connect with the divine and find a resolution or a firm one that we already know of, you know? And so I didn't know how I wanted to go about it. I didn't know what was going to be the best route until I started learning. Oh, I want to help people. The way that I want to help people is by helping them mentally understand themselves. Oh, okay. And then also understanding self-awareness and spirituality. Oh, wow. I love mindfulness. Okay, so how do I put these things together? And I'm finding a way, and I'm cultivating something that, guys, this may be the first, I may be the first person to actually do something like this where it's on YouTube. It's on a platform. I'm not sure. Who knows? But I'm saying all that to say that don't follow the mass, because you may cultivate a culture that only you could have created. You may come across people who are just like you, or people who are different, in how you guys can come together and make a change. So just be aware. Have more fun in what you are doing. Be unique in who you are. Don't be scared to stand out. And then this was in reverse, and I'm gonna take that in reverse. I ain't gonna lie. Mm. Am I scared to be seen? It was in reverse. You gotta take a chance on yourself. And maybe you already did. Maybe you about to. Maybe you tired of not being seen. Maybe you tired of just being heard. No, I want you to see me. I want you to see me in that roll up. I want you to see me elevate myself. I want you to see this. It's gonna be seen. The revolution will be televised. So yes, that is beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Okay. All right, let me see. So let me get some coping skills to help the amazing collective figure out, right, what needs to happen for themselves to be great. The somatic coping skills. Guys, remember, somatic, it is using your own body, your own breath, your own energy to cope with what's happening. So it's a form of self therapy. Okay? So use these items as much as possible. Once I can get acclimated to doing this, I do want to be able to start doing little recordings of myself doing some of these items for you guys to know, and maybe take a few seconds, 30 seconds or 15 seconds to do it together in that. Okay. All right. So, aw, you need to hug people, guys. 20-second hugs. Share a warm hug with a loved one for 20 seconds. Breathe deeply. Feel the safety and connection. Instant mood lift, emotional bonding, stress relief. And they say if you hug a person for more than, what is it? I think it may be 20 seconds actually. But if you hug a person for 20 seconds or more, that you release um the same chemical that is released when women breastfeed, and when you trust somebody, the love, the oxytocin or something like that. So you should, whoever you trust. It also has out here grounding. You should ground yourself, connect more with earth. And when you ground yourself, ask yourself, what are you doing? What are ways you can connect with the deeper parts of yourself through the universe? What can you cultivate through grounding yourself and staying stable, right? What can you do out in nature to make you, what can you do? That's just the only thing that I could think through. And then rate your state. Always check in with yourself before you make any decisions. Check in. Make sure you're not making decisions out of anxiety. A lot of the times I suffer from severe anxiety and depression, and a lot of times I've came across that sometimes I make decisions because I'm anxious. I make decisions because I feel like something's urgent, SOS, and it's not. It's not. So I've been learning how to, before I make a decision to do anything, give myself at least an hour to 24 hours to think through what it is. And that's what it is. And then you got to be able to take a moment and just figure out what you're feeling. Does your body hurt? Does your emotions feel wounded? Are you a wounded warrior right now, or are you, healed? What's happening? And just feeling your emotions. Do you feel like calm? Do you feel distressed? Just taking the time and learning those things about yourself, okay? Cool. I'm going to go into who this message to resonate with. Guys, I just got this random ass headache. Probably because I'm talking too much. Um, Mixed colored eyes. This could resonate for you. The energy is tight. So who should this resonate for? Who should this resonate for, Spirit? Who should this resonate for? She got curly hair, facial hair, white gray hair. Okay. You're muscular. If you have piercings. Facial hair. White gray hair. Curly hair. Or green eyes. Or pregnant. Okay. And pregnancy doesn't also mean pregnancy is just you're bearing something new, something different. Maybe you're on the edge of greatness. That's what I'll say about that. What am I doing? Where's my dice? Where's my dice? Me dice. Me dice. I think my dice done fail, y'all. Let me see. Yep, 1 second. Let me pause this. All right, we back, y'all. Thank you so much. So I decided to add my number dices into this. So we're going to be doing numbers along with zodiac signs. Start with zodiac signs. Give me the zodiac signs of who this should resonate with. Sagittarius, Virgo, Virgo. So if you are a Sagittarius or Virgo, this should resonate. I'm going to roll one of these Virgos. Aries. Okay, if you are Virgo, Aries, or now I'm showing Cancer, Libra. That's out there too. Cancer, Libra. Hell yeah, resonate. All right. Give me the numbers. Affirm these. You may have been seeing 111, 911. I've been seeing a 911 a lot as well. 11, 119, 91, 1, yeah. Okay. Perfect. And I'm going to give some last minute affirmations. I love this concept because a lot of readers that I watch, they do like last minute advice or last minute like information. I want to do last minute affirmations, like what's going to help you moving forward. So yeah, short and sweet. Give me some last minute affirmations for the collective to take with them. Give me some last minute affirmations for the collective to take with them. Ashe Spirit, give me some last minute takeaways for the collective, Spirit. Last minute takeaways for the Spirit. Last minute affirmations. Amen. Okay. I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. And for some of y'all might be about to use your mouths. About to be using your mouths to get this financial blow up. It says, my kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. There you go again. Somebody is finally letting their energy come out into the world, and they're going to see how much money it's going to make them. I resonate. It's safe to ask for help. People want to support you. And you're probably going to have help along the way. You're going to have friends and families who are going to help you through a space that you're in right now, guys. And you got to figure out the ways that they can help. How can you help yourself, but how can you also use your community and commune with them? The more I honor my inner light, the more I brighten the world I choose to shine. The better you get with understanding yourself, the better you get with your financial standpoint, the better you get with being able to help people, because God blesses those who help, the more you're going to be able to manifest a better future for yourself, guys. It's all up to you. 2026 is all yours, baby. It's all yours. Once we hit February, we officially in the year to 10. I mean, the cycle's complete. It's new. Okay? Just remember, you are everything. There's nothing you can't do. Thank you for allowing me into your energy, as my intention is to help and honor you, understand who you are and how these mental health, what are you feeling mentally that's going to help you go further or figure out what's next for you, okay? So tune back in. Thank you guys again. Your girl out.